Next part here is how to control our emotions during trading and strictly follow our money management. Again, it's a very complex conversation of emotions. There is no one answer, okay, but it again boils down to how your character personality is. Right? But whenever we talk about psychology, we talk about emotion management. The framework here is basically you need to first be aware. Okay, and we talk about awareness, right? So you need to be aware of something before you can work on it. Okay, so let's just take an example, right? So one of the most common example is fear. Okay, so that's also an emotion. It's a negative emotions, right? So fear here is a very broad emotion. So you as a trader, as you're exploring this and you're working on this part, you want to dive deeper, right? I mean, every one of us will have that fear element whenever we have in our trading journey case. A matter of how we overcome it. Okay. So in terms of fear, as I mentioned, it's a very broad thing. Okay. So you want to be aware in the specific aspect of fear, right? So fear here can be the fear of losing money. Okay. It can also be the fear of losing confidence and maybe your self ego or your self image. Okay. So it's slightly different, right, when you go into the specifics, because both are fear element, but one is the fear of losing money, the other one is the fear of losing that confidence in your ability and your strategy and yourself, right? It's quite different, and because of that difference, how you're gonna manage it is a different set of solutions, right? Okay, so that's the part where I can't give you a one size fits all answer, but I can give you a framework to guide you in identifying that. Okay, and that framework over here is be aware. Okay, so you need to dive deep and understand the emotions that you're feeling. Where does it comes from? Does it comes from the fear of losing money or the fear of losing your confidence and having that faith in yourself? Okay. So that's it, right? So from there on, once you get that clarity, when you get that awareness, okay, then of course the next stage is to explore, go down, right? Go down deeper and explore how to overcome it, right? So everyone's different. Like some are easier, some are more challenging to overcome. For example, if you're talking about the fear of losing money, it's quite straightforward. It's quite easy to handle it. Okay, trade as small as you can get. Okay, such a way where that risk that you put in doesn't even affect you at all. Okay, so slowly through that process, if you do it sufficiently, right, you get very accustomed to in trading you have wins and loss, and because you're trading so small that loss doesn't affect you, you start to build up that experience, and you get accustomed to it. Okay, the process of winning and losing, and slowly that's how you overcome the fear of losing money. Okay, and then as you gain more confidence in that process, you start to see, yes, there's some losses, but eventually I can make more, so my profit cover my loss, net I'm still able to make money. Then your fear of losing money gets smaller and smaller and smaller. Okay, and then at one point in time you'll be having that confidence to say, okay, I can go bigger, right? So it's a process. Okay, it's never a click a button and then the problem is solved, right? It's a process of solving it. Okay, so that's the part of it, right? You always start with the awareness, to dive deep, to go and find out where does this comes from, and then you tackle that root cause, right? That's how you start off. Okay, so it's not an overnight thing. You need to really work on it. Okay, so how do you follow your risk management? To be honest, if you don't have the discipline yourself, one good suggestion to do is to find a trading partner. Okay, so you can find trading partner through right now with social media. You can join some groups, find a friend that you can connect well with. Get yourself accountable. This word called accountability. Okay, it's the thing that you need to help you be disciplined. Okay, because if you can't do it yourself, then you find your partner, right? So you basically needs to answer to your trading partner. Okay, and because of that, every time you make a decision, you will be thinking, oh, whatever decision I make, I need to inform my partner, because if I make silly mistakes, I didn't stick to my discipline, then you might want to set an agreement between yourself. If you break a rule, what are some of the punishments and things like that, right? So that's called accountability, right? So you can actually do it with a trading partner, you can do it with a group of friends. That might help you. Okay, so I hope that tips give you some insights into that.